Hello, I'm Reverend Dan Harper, and I hope you'll enjoy watching this brief video of two UUCPA members as they discuss their Canvas visit.
So, Sarah, I invited you last year to get together with me and have a little chat. And what were you thinking, when I spoke to you? How did it go for you?
Well, I wasn't too surprised. I was very curious about what was going to happen. But I was looking forward to meeting somebody that I didn't really know from the church. So I actually looked you up and looked in the directories, and luckily you had a picture. So that was nice. We were going to meet at the coffee shop, and that way we would be able to find each other. And you had a very nice, pleasant smile. So I was looking forward to having an interesting conversation, and I think that I was not too surprised.
Well, you were very receptive to the idea. And I must say, I didn't start, even saying that this was a Canvas visit. I mean, anybody's welcome to make that phone call in any way that they want. But as I recall, I said something like, this is the time of year when certain people at the church have an opportunity to get together with other people in the church and get to know them. And I think that worked pretty well.
I think it did. I was kind of glad to have more of the relaxed approach. If somebody had said it was going to be a canvassing discussion, I'm not sure I would have known what that was. I wouldn't have been put off. But I think just getting to know each other is really what happens. And I enjoyed that. So how was it for you? How did that work for you?
Well, I expected that we would have a friendly chat, and we did indeed have a friendly chat, and that was very nice. There are over 200 members in this congregation, and I sit in the services and I look around and I see people that I know, and I see a lot of people that I don't know. And I wouldn't be inclined to go up to them on the patio and say, well, what are you all about? How did you get here? Are there things you like about the church, things that you don't like about the church? Which was a really interesting tack, really interesting conversation.
I was glad actually that was part of the discussion we were supposed to have, was to talk about what we liked and didn't like, and also what I didn't necessarily understand or know, because I've been coming to the church for several years, but I certainly haven't gotten to know everything. There's so many things going on. And so I was glad to be able to ask some questions as well as give my opinions. And you had some good answers.
Well, it's really an opportunity to get to know somebody, and I appreciate that too. And I would say to anybody who's considering being a canvasser, to contact people, to not be nervous, because people here are so gracious and so friendly. A couple of years ago, I was in a position where I had to ask people to do a job, a pretty big job. And even if they said no, they invariably thanked me for asking them. I was totally floored. It felt so friendly. And I thought, well, I don't have to be afraid to call anybody, because they're happy to be contacted.
Yeah, I think that's true. I've had a chance to call people in a church for other reasons. And, if you ask somebody and they can't do something, they're not afraid to tell you, gee, I'm not going to be able to do that, or it's not something I'm interested in. But people aren't angry. They're not put off. And most of the time, I imagine they're a little curious. They probably want to get to know a new person they haven't, or someone they have seen but not heard.
Right.
So I can understand why it might be a little scary, but would you do it again if you got asked?
I would do it again, actually. I would be happy to do it again. I mean, the word that comes to my mind was fun, really. And I usually end by saying, it takes over $700,000 to keep the doors open here, and this is a time when we make our pledges, and I just hope that you'll be generous with your pledge. And a lot of people have already decided what they're going to pledge, but not a lot of people know that it takes so much economically to keep the place going.
Yeah, I think it's pretty impressive that we have so much going for the group, for Well, I guess we're getting close to 300, but you know, we're a small organization, and to be able to spend that much and have as many programs as we do, my goodness, I can't count all the programs.
Right.
We all have so many opportunities. It's certainly worth it, but it is surprising how much it costs to make all that happen.
Yeah.
I hope you have a better understanding of Canvas visits, and if you have any questions, please call or email me.